Hey guys, it's Mountain Prepper, and today's video I'm going to talk about practicing with your firearm. Okay, and my situation is such that it's very hard for me to get to the range, and so it's hard for me to practice with my pistol, and I have very limited experience firing a pistol, mainly due to that. Because it's just hard to get somewhere to fire a pistol for me. My closest range is 30 minutes away, and when you talk about price of ammo, your drive to and from your range, and your time and all that, it becomes kind of pretty hard to get in the kind of practice that you need to get in, especially if you want to do a concealed carry deal. You don't want to carry a pistol on you if you don't know how to use it, because that's just going to get you in a lot of trouble. I've been watching Steve over at Safe Arms Review, and he's a big fan of airsoft. And I saw some of his videos where he's doing some airsoft training, and he mentioned the same thing. You can do it at your house. You can work on stuff, and you don't have to. You're not burning through ammo. You're not driving to the range and have to go through all the silly rules at the range. You can't move. You have to be stationary. Blah 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 blah. So I talked to him about it a little bit, and he really enjoys training with airsoft, and he's gotten very good at it. If you haven't seen some of his videos, check them out. So I decided, this might be something that would work good for me. So what I decided to do is go out and get a CO2 pistol of my own. Now, I didn't go with airsoft because unlike Steve, I don't have a garage, so all my shooting's gonna be done outside. So I went ahead and went with a BB gun, a CO2 by Crosman, and I'll open it up here. I'll show you what we got. And the reason I chose this particular pistol is it came with a holster, and because the pistol itself, if you can see here, is pretty close to the same size as my 9mm, and even weight wise, it's pretty close. It's a little lighter than my 9mm when loaded, but it's pretty close, and the size as far as length and all that, very close, and the grip is pretty close to the grip of my pistol. So I thought this would be, I wanted to keep this as realistic as possible. If the gun's not realistic, then the training's not going to be realistic. So that's what I went with. It's the Crosman Phantom, and I'll show you a little bit about the gun itself. Came with a rail that you can see here. You can put laser, flashlight, whatever you want to do. I haven't put anything on there. I don't know. I don't have anything on my 9mm, so I might just leave it like it is. Here's the safety. Forward is safe, back is fire, and it's empty, so no worries. Has an ambidextrous magazine release, and here's the magazine. You can see right here, that's your magazine, and it pops right out. You load your BBs in here, pull your spring back, it locks to the side, and then you just load your BBs in right here, and it'll hold about 25 BBs in this magazine, but my pistol only holds, it's an 8+1, so I only load 9 BBs in, because again, I want it to be as realistic as possible when shooting. And then the magazine just goes right in the bottom, pops right in there like that, like any other pistol, and you're ready to go. is a CO2 pistol, and I'll show you that. The back of the grip just pops off like that. Okay, and then there's your CO2 cartridge. You just slide it in, and then you use this screw to tighten it into the top of the pistol. You'll hear a hissing sound. Another couple turns, it's locked in there and ready to go. The pistol itself, and it came with the holster, was $15, and it shoots right around 580 feet per second. So that's humming pretty good, and you know, it's very accurate. I mean, I can get some pretty good groups with it, but again, I'm not very well versed with firing a pistol, so it's something I really want to work on. It's not completely realistic. The thing I don't like is that the slide doesn't blow back, but it does, and I have to put this on fire to show you it is empty. I'm not going to shoot myself. I'm not going to be like the kid in the Christmas story. But anyway, you see how the barrel kind of extends when you pull the trigger? It extends out, and then once the gun fires, it comes back into the slide of the gun, and then you get a little recoil from that, and you also get a little recoil from actually when the gas is released. So you know, it's not perfect, but it's a simulation, and that's good. Now the other thing too that really makes this practical for somebody that wants to you know, work on their skills with a firearm is the fact that it's so much cheaper to use this, you know, to practice with than it is to take, you know, your regular firearm, because, you know, you go to the range and let's say you go through 4 boxes of ammunition. You know, you put a couple hundred rounds down range. You know, you're looking at $40-50 at least there, and you know, your gas to get to the range and all that. These BBs, if you can see here, 2,400 count BBs. I think I paid $3.50 for that. And so, I mean, you can do a lot of practice with a system like this. You can do it in your backyard. You know, you can practice shooting from a car. You can, you know, set up targets all through your backyard, do walkthroughs, you know, where a lot of ranges won't let you move around. You can do whatever you want. It's quiet. You're not going to hurt anybody, you know, as long as you're semi-careful, you know. Although this thing would probably sting like a bitch, but I mean, I don't think it would kill anybody. But, you know, my point is, it's cheaper, it's safer, and although it's not perfect, it gives you feedback, and it's instant feedback. And like I said, you can work on breathing, stance, grip, trigger squeeze, all that kind of stuff with this, as well as you could also do concealed carry drills with this, where you pull it from a waistband holster, and, you know, work on your speed with that, and getting on target and remaining on target. You know, work on double taps and triple taps and all that kind of stuff. You can use this, and where it won't be exactly the same, you're still building muscle memory, and you're doing it for a lot cheaper than what you're doing at the range. So I guess the point behind this whole video is just to remind you guys that this is out there, and this although you might think this is a toy, it can be used as a tool to sharpen your skills. And, you know, what I'm all about is use what's at your disposal, do things as efficiently and as cheaply as possible. And, you know, if this shows results, and I'll put up a couple videos of shooting, and I'll tell you one way or the other. If I think it's worth it, I'll let you know. But anyway, keep this in mind. This might be something that could really help you. All right, guys, Mountain Prepper, I'm out. Remember, mountaineers are always free. And by the way, I am getting ready to do the drawing, so stay tuned for that. Again, thanks, guys. Thanks for all the subscriptions and the comments and everything. Appreciate it, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.